Thanks very much, Novanka. Beautiful afternoon here indeed at TIO Stadium this afternoon. And what a game this should be. St Mary's in second place, taking on the Eagles in third, of course. And tell you what, both teams have loaded up this afternoon. They haven't come in with the Division 1 team, that's for sure. They're taking this game very seriously. No matter what happens this afternoon, they'll take each other on again next weekend in a final. We see St Mary's there in their last huddle. They'll break shortly and go into their positions. Wanderers already getting into their positions. Joining me in commentary this afternoon, Nick O'Reilly. How are you, Nick?
Good, mate. Yeah, it's good to be here again. I'm really looking forward to this one. As you said, it's good looking, both great teams on paper. So really looking forward to getting stuck into this one, Dom.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. St Mary's are broken now, as you can see, going and taking their positions. Special comments this afternoon. Heidi Thompson. How are you, Heidi?
Yeah, great, Dom. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Looking forward to it, as you can tell.
Most definitely, yeah. Me as well. And I think that it'll be interesting from the coach's perspective as to how they approach it, because knowing that they're going to play each other anyway in the finals, whether they change things up. Obviously, we've got a difference in Ruckman in the Saints with Ryan Smith out. So, yeah, I'm really interested to see the matchups and how they go about it.
Yeah, such an important thing to say, I think, Heidi. That's absolutely spot on. How do the coaches approach this afternoon? Is everybody where they'll start next weekend? You know, how will it really be? But some really good players lining up here this afternoon. You've touched on Ryan Smith out with a broken arm. He'll be devastated with that. That's his season over. So, a really important time. So the siren sounds to get us underway here. First quarter. Braxton Armat up high, got the first little touch to it. Dylan Lant trying to get it out of the middle, couldn't do so. Socket off the ground, Sean Edwards. Up to Ferreira, handball to Jacob Long, couldn't quite handle. Shoved over, looking for the free. In hard again, Dylan Lant. That footy may be coming out. It is now. Handballed away again by Ferreira. Taken away now by McFarlane. The Eagles. He's been a classic player this season. Punched away now. Lockie Taylor, good kick. Up to Sean Edwards. Missed last weekend for the green and gold. Takes the footy now and drives it deep inside 50. Looking for the big target there in Grenfell. Off hands. Newman takes it for the Eagles. Swings around on the left. Couldn't get it away. Lant has the first shot on goal. And just misses narrowly to the left-hand side. Positive play already from the Saints. Heidi?
Yeah, definitely. Really attacking play. Working the footy out in the wing and then a deep inside 50, like you said.
Brenton Motlop gets the kick up to half back. Here's Sean Edwards, throws it on the right, top of the square style. Liam Patrick getting back, though, for the Wanderers and mopping up for them. It's a good first touch by that man, Liam Patrick. Over to Motlop. Bit of a scrappy kick. Speaking of scrappy kicks, says back to back. Tyler Saunders just goes off the deck. Nice pressure coming over the back from Jellyman Turner. Ball spills out now. Bit of a scrap on. Paredes taps it to Saunders. Saunders to Jellyman Turner. It's a good build up here from the Saints, getting back in control. Nice pick up there off the boot from Tipalura. Up to centre wing. Nice tackle laid. And Tipalura gets that kick away again, but St Mary's mopping up over there on centre wing. Quick long kick from Armat at the centre half forward. Rioli feeds a handball out. Here's Lance. Just hands it over straight to Motlop.
Aaron Motlop in the centre of the ground. That's where his kick goes. Good pace, Sean Edwards. He wanted that footy. Takes it well. Handball off to Lockie Taylor, who's been in excellent form. Back off to Edwards. What can he do now with the kick? Tries to spot up Robinson. Good front and centre again from Taylor. Deep inside 50. That's an excellent mark. What a good mark there. Eddie Simpson. We've called him usually in the forward 50. This time deep in defence. Mark taken. Now Keenan Smith-Thompson. Former St Mary's player from a few seasons ago. Now finds himself playing with the Eagles. Across now to Newman. Newman pops it on the right boot, looking out wide for McFarlane. Kick was not good. McFarlane in metres of space there. Just missed him completely and found the boundary.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a scrappy kick there. Probably didn't take the time. Had plenty of time to hit the target and just came off the boot a bit ordinary.
So on the outer side, umpire throws this one back in. Simpson. This goes straight off the egg. Gives a handball away. Pickpocketed kick. Inside attacking 50. Grenfell. And he puts that one over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw-in deep in attacking 50 for St Mary's.
So it's all been St Mary's so far. I think Wanderers have had a few opportunities to rebound, but probably haven't really used the ball efficiently.
So ball thrown back in. Grenfell doing the ruck work, wins it down. Just trying to hammer that one out. Umpire circling and holding the pill. Looks like umpire Mark Noonan down there, is it?
Simpson now with the ball. Making an early impact here, the big man. So too is this player, Dane McFarlane. Be one of the favourites for the Nichols medal, I would have thought. Dane McFarlane, if he's played enough footy, he's been a very good player. Now Newman, long kick down the line. Target, Josh Cabillo, off hands. Shannon Rioli should have the first opportunity here. Went for the soccer. This time picks it up. Handball's off to Lant. Goes with the wobbly Torp. Grenfell there, the big man, off hands. Robinson has the little kick on goal. Cruz, did Cruz touch it? No, he didn't, is the call. What a kick from Robinson. Great front and centre.
Oh, amazing kicking. That was a torpy in, and then somehow just got in the right position front and centre to get the hands and just scrap it on the boot for a little snap through. But I thought that player actually got a touch on it. Somehow it just worked its way through. Here we go, the replay's on. Look at that torpy from the boundary. And it's a real deep on inside 50 here. Beautiful off the hands. And the player was in perfect position here, but just didn't get down low enough. There you go. He came through and bowled him.
And David Cruz, he's a quick player, David Cruz, not slow. And he didn't object either.
Yeah.
No objection, so well done. So Saints on the board, early stages here in this first quarter. 1-1-7, Wanderers yet to score.
So Simpson wins that tap down. Motlop might get on the end of this one. He doesn't on this occasion. Lockie Taylor for St Mary's clean up. Gets tackled. Holding the ball. Advantage paid. This is a good build-up from the Wanderers. Quick snap around the corner from Bates. Is a goal. And Wanderers get the quick reply.
What a response. And they needed it because they probably hadn't had any inside 50s up until that point in time. In fact, I don't think the ball had gone over halfway. So to see a quick clearance and playing on quickly there, Nick, with the advantage, I think was a great opportunity to get it in. Inside 50 here, and took the game on here. Definitely a free, and a really good nous to just go through the link of hands. Nice quick kick over the back.
That was a good goal in the end.
And Simon Bates, another player this season, Nick. He's been in terrific form.
Yeah, he sure has.
I reckon been one of the best seasons I've seen him play, particularly from a goal-kicking perspective. Forward to centre, he's been dangerous. Grenfell against Simpson. Grenfell wins it down. Saints over the footy. Pops out the back to Land. He'll have to go with the right boot, and he does under pressure from Dre Thompson. Oh, that's a good mark. Wanted the footy. Matthew Motlop pops it up to Erlinson. Couldn't take it. Jack Long just gets it off the back of the heel. Jellyman Turner. Handball out wide goes to Liam Taylor. Now inside 50 again. Players fly. No mark taken. Josh Cheek, good front and centre. Socket out wide. Sean Edwards will be the first one there. Picks it up close to the boundary. Just says, I'm going to have a ping. And he does. Robinson in good position. Couldn't mark the footy. Still in play. Gets a handball away. Newman brought down. And the umpire says it will be a boundary throw. It took him down awkwardly there too, Heidi.
Yeah, definitely. I think he was trying to get a kick away. And could have been nasty, that fall, but got away with it in the end. So a stoppage here in the pocket.
Deep in attacking, 50 for St Mary's. Ball thrown back in. Matt over the top. Down in the Wilson direction. Couldn't quite get it away, though. Brenton Motlop mopping up there. It's going to come back in. No. And holding the ball. Going back the way of the Wanderers. So nice pressure. Lowered the eyes there. And McFarlane looks to move it quickly. It's not the best kick in the world. But Wanderers with the numbers. Jellyman Turner does extremely well. Gets boot to ball. Jack Long, Sean Edwards. Inside 50. Sells a bit of candy. Bounces. Doesn't come back up. Having a bit of trouble here. Shawnee Edwards. And Wanderers look to mop up from half back. It's a nice kick up to centre wing. Finding Bates.
Just in two minds there, Nick, wasn't he? Sean Edwards, he had a couple of options and probably picked the wrong one.
McFarlane now on his second poor kick. You wouldn't see that 2 games in a row, let alone 2 kicks in a row. Now in the hands of Jellyman Turner, wrapped up in a really strong tackle. Gee, that's been a feature for the Eagles in the last few minutes. Keelan Fijo in particular has laid a number of really good tackles. Grenfell now to go up against the big fella in Simpson. Grenfell's had one attack at it, now a second. The ball just comes straight back to Simpson. High up and under. Half forward for the Eagles. Belted away by Parnell, but favours the Eagles. Totham now receiving a handball from Bates. Ball in good position for Eddie. Wilkinson at the back. Can he track it? He can, and it's over the boundary line. How does the umpire see it? Off hands is the signal. Off boot. Boundary throw in right forward pocket.
Nifty kick there, Dom, to kick it in. It was actually on the side of his boot. I think he was trying to aim in a little bit more corridor at the top of the 50, but it ended up going over the back.
So deep inside attacking 50 for the Wanderers. Grenfell here doing the work, taken straight out of the work on that occasion from Brett Eddy. Now what's the umpire going to do? He's going to ball it up. Does so now. They'll do it again. Grenfell wins that tap down on that occasion. Parnell goes without it. Soccer off the ground. He's just cleaned up there at full back. The kick comes out. That's a nice one too. And finds Liam Taylor. So Liam Taylor right half back, weighing up his options. Just pops it over the top. That's a nice kick to cheek. Looking to control things here, St Mary's. They're going across ground. It just gets over the top. And they're away. Here's Linklater. The kick's not the best one in the Wilson direction. Race on. And Wilson's just going to see that one over, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, nice passage of play there. I thought it was nice and composed, slowing it down, lowering the eyes and hitting the 45, but just overcooked that kick into the 50. Player was on.
So the boundary throw in now in that left forward pocket. Saints kicking to the airport end in this first quarter. Players setting themselves. Edwards up in ruck against Simpson. Simpson just takes it straight out of the ruck. Missed kick goes to Linklater. Now picked up by Edwards. The outside of the right boot towards the goal square. Shannon Rioli, just the use of the body. Superb there on Tipalora. I actually thought he wasn't going to get there. And then suddenly, space opened up and he takes the mark. Sets himself here, no messing around. Kicks on goal. And he's missed.
Let off.
How about the banana from Sean Edwards? Yeah. Extraordinary kick.
Meant it.
Yeah. He'll claim it. Right back pocket. Here's Motlop. Nice little chipper over the top. Drop ball. Here's a bit of pressure. Wilson. Off the deck. That's Lance. The kick is no good. No one home for St Mary's. And the Wanderers cleaning things up here. Here's Clarence Baird. It's into a nice little trot. Launch from Sean Edwards and tap that one on the deck. Raph Clark sits under this one. Good hands from Raph Clark, the experience. And that kick's not the best, as I call him, experienced. Lant just taps it forward. Could have been pushing the back. And mopped up there at centre half back.
David Cruz with the big up and under, punched away there now by Tyler Saunders. Bates coming through strongly. Can he pick up the footy? He's had two cracks at it. Then goes the soccer. Over the footy now, Josh Cabillo. Picks it up quickly. Straight down to Raph Clark. Hammered in the back. And the umpire says that the free kick will go to Clark.
This is the one thing that frustrates me when they chose to take the advantage there. Like, it's advantaging your team. And it has to come back.
Yeah, I totally agree.
They really should look at that.
Agreed.
I know there's a definite free kick paid, but the advantage has clearly been taken. They've chosen to take it. Saints are on there. They're in the clear.
Yep, they went there. They were going the fat side. They had heaps of players over there.
Clark now plays on and goes to William Hams. Little left foot dink to Kieran Parnell. Off now to Fiore. Now to Lockie Taylor. Seems to be playing on both wings at the same time, Lockie Taylor. Out to Ferreira. Picks up the foot. He needs to get rid of it here, and he does. Goes to Jellyman Turner. Good pressure coming from the Eagles. Kick now. Paredes takes that. What a one grabber that is.
Fantastic kick though as well. Just punchy, low trajectory kick.
You'd love to see that from your key forward. This is your midfielder taking that grab in the forward 50. Fantastic stuff. Crowd enjoying the footy here. Sunshiny afternoon. We're waiting for the rain. Will it come? Maybe not. Paredes now. Got that right knee strapped. It's going to hang up in the air here. One for the Flyers. They're up. Fist on the footy. And try scored. In fact, it's going to be a high tackle here. Jack Lant went hard at the footy, and he was taken high there by Matthew Motlop. So Lant now with the opportunity.
What's he going here? Banana, left foot snap, drop punt.
He's got one option already, Grenfell, right in the corridor if you wanted to go there. Doesn't bother. Kicked 6 goals last week, says I can do this.
Yep.
Goes with the left foot banana straight through the middle. Tight contest here, St Mary's 2-2-14, Wanderers 1 straight 6 at the 13-minute mark.
We'll just see the replay here. It looked like you said, Lamp went in nice and hard. Oh, geez, that was 50-50 there. Not sure. I mean, he fell to the ground and certainly was a player around the shoulder area, but I'm not sure contact was made there, so got away with one there, Saints.
I was going to say, Dom, when you said it's like Lockie Taylor's playing on both wings, I was just about to say he's working really hard, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's another one who's been a bit of a surprise packet for Saints, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Come up from down south and he's just worked really hard. There's not much of him, but gee, he gets the footy.
Straight out of St Joey's down in Geelong he is.
Some good pedigree there.
Absolutely. Back in the middle. Matt down to Paredes. They're away. Lance on the left. Kick up to the top of the square. Edwards comes in with the fist. Gets a handball away. Long feeds it out. Wilson back to Long. The old 1-2.
Oh, wow.
And Long gets his first of the day. And St Mary's get a few in the row.
Well, that is a fantastic build-up right from the get-go, really. It was like a training drill. You had the clearance straight out, clean hands, and then to just chip that footy in. Here we go, Nate Paredes feeds the footy out the backdoor option, and a bit of speed here in order just to take some grass and get a nice deep inside 50. The spoil from Shawnee Edwards and a quick flick handball up. And then out wide, recognising the player free. And outside of the boot, I think here. Bit of a banana coming out. Yep. Fantastic. Oh, that's a great build-up. Saints are looking really good here, guys.
Out of the middle again. Wanderers now trying to just work it through. Paredes with a cheeky little handball. Lant again with the kick up to half forward. Nice trap of the ball by Newman initially. Taken by Shannon Rioli. Couldn't handle out to Ferreira. Again, Eagles come back in numbers. Newman. Crash tackle to the ground. He took the footy, couldn't get rid of it. Play on advantage called this time. Paredes with a long shot at goal. And a behind on the scoreboard. Motlop to quickly bring it back into play. That's a lovely kick. And the hardest working player in the Eagles team. Here he is. McFarlane pops up a little one. Sebastian Priest. Great to see him playing for the Eagles. Really good player. Long, high, up and under. Jellyman Turner in really good position. Couldn't bring it down. Ball in the hand of Jerome Motlop. Saints just forcing it forward here. Jellyman Turner to Jacob Long. Handball out again. Jellyman Turner back in to get it. Handball to Ferreira. Needs to get rid of it quickly. Good pressure came from Thompson. Out to Lockie Taylor. Runs his full measure. Long, dangerous. Grenfell. Had a little shove. Paredes. The toe poke towards goal. He rolls it and hits the post. Again, another good builder.
Yeah, it really was. Jellyman Turner, wow, he had about 3 or 4 involvements in that passage of play there, and he was just smart to just toe poke it forward and then get some advantage.
So at the right back pocket, a kick that's not the best from the Eagles defender, finding Kieran Parnell. Just pops that over to Jellyman Turner. I reckon he's had about 30 possessions already. Jellyman Turner, he's everywhere. The kick. Inside attacking 50. Grenfell gets down below the knees. Robinson gets wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire circle says, my ball, lads.
Wanderers just need to calm here. They've got plenty of options, but they seem to be going down the middle and getting picked off quite easily.
Grenfell wins the tap down. Motlop quickly out of the dangerous situation there at fullback. Got a good contest on their hands. Patrick. Ralph Clark over the top with the spoil. Here goes Bates. The kick up to full forward. Well done by Wilkinson. Used the body well. Tracks back. Gets it. Hits up Tyler Saunders. Just drops that Tyler. He's got a bit of time. Goes around the corner. Here's the little man Taylor from Geelong. And that one's over the line. We'll have a boundary throwing.
Yeah, little fumble there, but nice defensive 50 exit for Saints. They certainly know where their players are. Let's see if Wanderers can conjure something up here, because they look so exciting and attacking in their forward 50. They just got to get it there.
Liam Taylor up in the rock contest here. Going up against Nate Paredes, I think, who's popped his hand up here. Expect Liam Taylor to win that, which he does. Erlinson, soccer off the ground. Bates missed the first pick-up opportunity. Jellyman Turner comes through. He didn't miss the first opportunity. Out to Lockie Taylor, who must be wearing last week's shorts because no one wants to stay on him. Long kick down to cheek, can't get a hold of it. Sean Edwards. And this, if it sits nicely here for Robinson, goes to the goal square, picks up 20 metres in front of an opponent. Saints kick their 4th goal of the afternoon. 4-4-28. Wanderers one straight 6, 18 and a half gone.
That was just way too easy for transitioning there. Sean Edwards just looked up. Well, not even a one-on-one, just a total spare player in the 50. He was the only player there. And if I was Wanderers coach, I'd be not too happy about that. Yeah, Jellyman Turner again gets it out to Taylor, who quickly recognises the play on is on and releases that footy down the line. And Sean Edwards in a one-on-one. Actually, that's not. Here he is. Sean Edwards out the back and just gets it in there, really. There was no one within QE. And a nice, easy kick for Wilkinson. I think he had the sun in his eyes there when the footy was coming in.
Back in the middle. Jack Long just goes a mid-air shot. Nice, strong hands by Cabillo. Raf Clark wearing him like a glove. Cabillo winds around now, throws it on the right, inside, attacking 50, out on the lead. Beautiful hands.
Good mark
from Brett Eddy. And Wilkinson couldn't do any more to stop that. It's strong hands up in the air.
Yeah, well, this is the sort of play that I'd be expecting from Wanderers. It's 2nd and 3rd here, but at the moment it doesn't seem like it. The passage of play has been all Saints, so Wanderers really need to have a settler here and get one back.
So Brett Eddy will kick from just inside the 50-metre arc. He's on the approach now. Kick on the way is just pulled left and swung back. Not enough.
Had the swing, didn't it?
Yeah,
certainly did.
Left arm around the wicket.
Yeah, that's it. Saints quickly with the ball back into play. Little hands off to Dylan Lant. Is he tackled? He sure is. That's a wonderful effort. And Cabillo to take that deserves it. In fact, Sebastian Priest, I should say, put the effort in and reward for effort. Dylan Lant not really tackled by too many people this season. Lost it on that occasion. So another opportunity here for the Eagles to put on a bit of pressure. Kick on its way. Looking good.
Jeez.
Looking good. Sebastian Priest, that's a beauty.
And that's the sort of follow-up work you want from your forwards. You want them to be able to be defensively hard as well as attacking. And you can see there he just wanted it more and got the tackle away. Like you said, Lant hasn't been tackled too often this season, but earned one back there.
Interesting reaction from the Eagles there. Only one player went to Sebastian Priest, and that was Dane McFarlane. Now, that was an excellent chase down. Great free kick and a super kick at goal.
Absolutely.
One person went to him to say, well done.
Yeah, do you think there's maybe a lack of motivation and inspiration today, being that they're going to play each other next week and maybe they're not playing for a lot, but I'd be expecting your players to be up and about and really putting on a show, ready for next week to prepare.
So back in the middle, Lamb, Patrick and Grenfell to do battle again. Grenfell, how's that free kick? Going the way of Edwards by the looks of it. No, it's coming back to Jack Lant. And Sean Edwards is hanging around for the handball. He ignores that. Cheeky disposal. Saying your brother's had a million of them. Plays on now. The kick. There's all Wanderers back there. And a nice mark. Taken deep in defence. So it's been all St Mary's early. 28-13. Look at the Wanderers conjure up. Here's Raf Clark. Throwing the palm down. Jellyman Turner. Might work out all right. Here's Jack Lant. Gets wrapped up in the tackle. Able to get it away though. Lamb Patrick. Sort of a nothing handball in the end. Sean Edwards. Quick kick and it's a good one. And finds Robinson.
Those cute little kicks from Wanderers players there, just not needed. Just get some grass, get some territory, and you got your dynamic forwards that you can rely on. Now Saints are lining up for another goal.
And another forward entry too by Sean Edwards. I'll tell you what, he's taken his game to another level in the last few weeks, particularly his team play, been really positive, and he's just proving to be so valuable.
Justin Robinson for goal number 2. Doesn't look that good off the boot. Sorry, goal number 3, I think that was. And only got it through, so stays on 2 for now.
Stanley Tipalora now to bring the ball back into play. Goes to Cruz. Oh, nearly kicked into the man on the mark. Dre Thompson under pressure here. Robinson comes in. Thompson's good enough. Quick player for the Eagles. Long kick. Bates did well to keep the footy in front of himself and give his teammate in Braun an opportunity. Handball to Motlop. Then out to Keenan Smith-Thompson. Off hands, back to Aaron Motlop. Goes backwards to Totham. Saw an opportunity there and took it. Did beautifully, the young man. Got it away to Liam Patrick. Up towards Eddie. Takes the mark, kicks the goal. Brilliant play, the Eagles.
Yeah, that was fantastic, and that's the sort of play that you want. And hopefully they get around. No, they're not really getting around him at all, actually. It's bizarre. But that's the sort of play that you want from your midfielders, recognising the handball's on and just getting it in there nice and deep. There it is, the handball through. And they had runners really coming through there. Wanderers worked a lot harder, more effort and intent. And a quick kick.
Yeah, Matt Wilkinson is up against exceptionally good opposition this afternoon in Brett Eddy.
Yep.
Matt Wilkinson, probably one of the most improved defenders, I reckon, in the competition.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But Brett Eddy is an absolute star forward. So Matt Wilkinson got his game cut out for him this afternoon. So good test for him.
Yeah, he's definitely got the size, or maybe the height needed.
Back in the middle. Patrick wins that one down again. Paredes tracks it. May have been taken high. Yeah, he wins the free kick now.
Good communication there between the umpires. One was unsighted.
Yeah.
The one down in forward 50 took the call.
So Paredes has Edwards on, ignores that. So Paredes gets into a trot, lowers the eyes. That's a nice kick. Lowered the eyes beautifully there. Liam Taylor. And there we go. It's quarter time. Liam Taylor did not go off the mark. So it looks like he's going to go the old-fashioned barrel from here, Heidi.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge kick in order to kick this goal.
We'll see how he goes. Got a pretty good view behind him if you're sitting and watching at home.
Couple in the square now on the line, just in case he's got the distance.
So Robinson and Rioli are up against 50 Wanderers. Down there anyway, Liam Taylor. It's into a trot, and that one's pulled up short. And... oh, well, I don't know how they're going to call that. Dom, I'll let you take it from there.
No score. No score registered there. So quarter time here at TIO Stadium. A great first quarter indeed from these two combatants. St Mary's in the lead by 10 points. 4-5-29 to the Eagles. 3-1-19.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding, Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full bedding facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel wherever you feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me down.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide. Ooh.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport Concept Store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Second quarter about to get underway here at TIO Stadium. Saints in place early. Wanderers have just broken from their huddle and taking their places as they should be. Wanderers to kick to the airport end in this second quarter. St Mary's to the Michael Long Learning Centre end. Heidi, what did you like out of that first quarter from both teams?
Saints were very clinical, but I thought that they probably should be up by a few more points, really, the amount of inside 50s they had. But you could really see why Wanderers are such a high-quality class team. Once they get inside their 50, they're very dynamic and active in there. But, yeah, great, close tussle, and I think it's going to be a tight contest all day.
Yes, well said. Wanderers are such an efficient team, such a speedy team. Speaking of speed, we're looking at Simon Bates on screen there up against Lockie Taylor. Both of them have had a real influence in this game. Simon Bates with a goal to his name. The umpire holds the ball aloft, tosses it high now. Braxton Armat up against Simpson. Simpson has the ball crack him in the back. Motlop now to come away, whether that's Jerome. Braxton Armat on the chase. Intelligent play, soccering up into forward 50. Ball socket towards the boundary, and will that be given as deliberate? Well,
He's very lucky.
Beautifully disguised, I'll say. Don't think there was much disguise in that one there. Bit of a wrestle. Boundary throw in again. Simpson up high. Jerome Motlop crashed to the ground by Shannon Rioli. Ball out to McFarlane. Clears a bit of space. Good shepherd by Cruz. Aaron Motlop in trouble. And as usual, gets out of it. Such a quality player. Ball socket towards the boundary again. No disguise about that one whatsoever, but there'll be another boundary throw-in. Heidi, take it away from me, please.
I think that one might have been a bit more accidental than the first one.
Gee, big call. That's a very special comment indeed, Heidi.
You should get special comments, Heidi. Ball thrown back in, centre wing. Matt flicking that one over the back. Edwards in pursuit. Nice little Irish sort of jig there. Land, can't get it out. Quick kick right into the middle of the ground. Jellyman Turner, another possession. They're away here. Bates has a bounce, comes back to him on this occasion. Puts it on the left. Nice kick. Eddie drops what he probably should have taken. Wilkinson just piles on him. And we'll have a ball up. He just jumped on him. I thought that was a bit WWF style, Heidi.
Got to do what you need to do. Lock it in.
Kill that ball. Here they go again. Wilkinson does well. to Paredes. Feeds it out to Jellyman Turner. Geez, he has got it on a string, this man. Lant on the left, straightens up. Kick up to centre wing. Long. Held when he didn't quite have it. So Lant with that quick kick up to centre half forward. Rioli in pursuit. Goes with one hand off the ground. What a handball. Grenfell on the right. Dribbles towards goal. What an absolute rip-snorting goal. And it's the first one here in the second quarter.
Oh, that's fantastic. Awesome work. That handball, I want to see that again. That handball over the back there. Just the vision, to the awareness to know that your players are there ready to go. Could have had two that he could have actually handballed to.
Oh, look at this.
One-on-one here. Rioli, smart.
Look.
One-hand pick-up. Bang, over the top. And there were two players that could have actually grabbed that. A nice little roll through. Fantastic start for Saints.
You see Jack Lant in the picture there too. He's saying he's got the arms out. So, why didn't you give it to me? And then he looks and goes, oh, it's gone through.
You go from out there and you start taking it. You're right.
Big clap.
Yeah.
It's all right. Grenfell's such a good player. A ruckman who can kick goals like that. Goodness me. Braxton Armat waits for a moment. Get the first touch on it. McFarlane just sprints away from midfield. What a player he is. Out towards Cabillo. Little tap on it. Can't take possession before the ball crosses the boundary. Great battle between he and Raf Clark this afternoon. And Cabillo, of course, we know him more as a star midfielder, playing his role, a different one this season for the Eagles. Ball up high again off the hands of Simpson. Goes to Lant. Lant backwards. Taylor off the left boot. Looking out here for Lant. Almost Matthew Motlop, but goes to the back. Jack Lant, he's a powerful kick. Target down there is Grenfell on the lead. Good punch away. Brenton Motlop. That's brilliant.
Jeez, he's a good defender, isn't he? He was stride for stride with Grenfell and was good enough to get the fist in there.
Probably caught a little bit behind as well, so to be able to do that is exceptional.
Gives away a little bit of size, but he's fitter than what he has been for ages, playing really good footy.
Ball thrown back in. Just pops over the top. Grenfell trying to get this one out. Gets to his feet. Shannon Rioli. Tackle on. Sean Edwards on the right. The kick is across the face and through for a minor.
Once again, had a couple of options to handball to there, and Shawnee Edwards, very experienced, classy player, doesn't kick the goal there.
He usually drills them high.
He should, yeah, he would normally kick that. Sure, he'll make up for it, Nick.
Motlop at full back, plays on. Kick to left half back. That one's nice ball coming over from the side, and that one's over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in.
This gets a bit of time to reset here. See a couple of players down, actually, one doing up shoelaces and another stretching. It's a bit of time to reset and get their structures right while they're finding the footy outside of the boundary here. Looks like one of the Wanderers players has been asked to go and get it. Is that right?
Clarence Baird, I think.
Oh.
Interesting, isn't it? The umpires are not allowed to leave the field of play.
Is that right?
Yep. Whereas the players, of course, you just go out there.
I would have told that umpire you've got to be having a laugh, buddy. See how much ground I just covered?
He would have said, if you want the game to continue, go and get the football. Don't argue with the umpires. Boundary throw-in's a good one. Matt. In good position. There's how many back kicks are we going to see this afternoon? Paredes hard in at it. Gets hold of the footy. Off to Edwards again. The high up and under. Who's underneath this one? Grenfell's going to charge at it. He does. Ball belted to the back. Matthew Motlop, will he take it over? Just strolls over for another behind to St Mary's. They move to 5-7-37. Wanderers 3-1-19. Almost 6 minutes gone in this second quarter. Matthew Motlop brings it back into play. Jerome Motlop takes the mark, having a good afternoon. Jerome Motlop. Long kick down the line. Punched out from the back. Raf Clark on the move. Tackled by Drake Thompson. Got a handball away to Parnell. Shows a good bit of pace there. Gets it to Paredes. Excellent hands as usual. The left foot of Dylan Lant. The long kick on goal. That's a beauty from Dylan Lant.
Fantastic. Wow, from the top of the 50 there. Lant just absolutely drilled that, but some great lead-up work from Kieran Parnell down the wing, showing some speed. Both teams have got some serious speed, which we haven't really seen a lot of just yet showcase, but we're starting to see some of the Wanderers players getting into the game, and definitely there, Kieran Parnell with some speed on to Lant, who just drills it just from about 45 metres out. Loves it too.
Pretty impressed with that, as you would be.
Yeah, definitely. Great lead-up.
So back in the middle, just sorting each other out, the boys. course, counting the 666. Here we go. Grenfell moved up from full forward into the ruck, wins it down to Motlop though. Ball comes out, Jack Long. And Jack Long gives the free kick away. Looks like it's going the way of McFarlane, is it?
Yep, absolutely. What a midfielder he is.
So McFarlane heads up to left half forward. Nice ball coming over the back. No free kick against Raf Clark. It's Cabillo winning that free kick. Telling Raf to go backwards. Cabillo doesn't have a lot on. Just goes long. Inside attacking 50 for the Wanderers. It's all St Mary's at ground level. The quick kick comes out. McFarlane just overruns it. Good enough to get it back. Shannon Rioli keeps his feet. Feeds a handball up. Away we go. Dylan Lant. The kick is a nice one in the Robinson direction. And that was an arm chop every day of the week. And Robinson will go back and line up for goal number 3.
Just that little up there, Heidi. Shannon Rioli again. He's not getting a lot of possessions, but geez, getting important ones.
Yeah, he's very dangerous, and the impact that he has around at ground level, he's so clean below his knees, and he can just find players somehow. He just has the vision and the awareness. Makes very good decisions under pressure.
Justin Robinson for goal number 3. He's had a good day out so far. Can he convert? No, he can't. Jags it left. And through for a minor. So St Mary's 6-8-44 to the Wanderers 3-1-19. We've gone 8.5 in the second quarter.
Cruz brought it into Matthew Motlop. Long kick out wide, is out of bounds on the full. And here comes the pressure again. Saints just keeping the ball forward of centre. And what's the umpire's call here? As
I think they've got to bring it back
and kick over the mark.
Yeah, I think he went round the mark.
So we'll do that all over again. Linklater. Little chip up there. No mark taken. Great punch away. Brodie Newman just killed that contest straight away. There'll be a ball up in the right forward pocket.
I know we've spoken about it already, Dom, but like even that to come back and kick over the mark, like you've got the free kick. I don't want to harp on too much, Dom, but just let it go.
Boundary throw in now. Grenfell just takes that uncontested. Sean Edwards handballing to himself. Another soccer off the ground is going to work beautifully. We're playing Aussie rules this afternoon. Or
extraordinary.
What is going on? Edwards, that was just beautifully done. Lovely soccer. Jacob Long, Mr. Everywhere for St Mary's this season. Has played a lot of footy in the forward line, but also well known, of course, as an attacking defender. Lining up now to kick his second. And that is going to be out of bounds on the full. Thought he might have gone with the check side there. Go to drop punt from that angle, Heidi. That's difficult.
Yeah, it was going to be threading the needle, that's for sure. Missed everything, though, across the face.
So in the right back pocket are the Wanderers. They're under the pump this quarter. Haven't seen much of it in their attacking half. Grenfell, not quite. Tollum gets wrapped up in a tackle. Hands it straight back to Lant. That's a nice bullet kick. Robinson didn't really expect that to get through, and he's winded himself the big rig. Big fly from Edwards. Keeps his feet, gets worried out of it. Feeds it out to Rioli. Back to Edwards. No one home, though. It's all Wanderers. And Motlop to clean up at full back for the Wanderers.
Oh, beautifully done by Aaron Motlop. Bit of confusion here from the Eagles' defence. Now with the outside of the right bird, Ferreira. Oh, what a goal!
Loves it. Yeah, that was a great goal. Wanderers look so disorganised at the moment in their defensive 50. I'm not sure, even that ball coming into the top of the goal square, there are a couple of them front and centre. And we've got the kick out here into Ferreira.
So this one step.
One step, wow. Fantastic.
The old one step banana.
But look at all the Wanderers players around that contest. Not really, there's no intent, no urgency, there's no real accountability or pairing up. Just very disorganised. It's a shame. Great goal, but it's a shame from Wanderers that they haven't really got their act together at the moment in their D50.
Back in the middle. In TIO Stadium. Grenfell into the ruck. Wins that down. Beautiful tap down to Lance. The quick kick up to half forward. Robinson. It's good to pull that one in. Hits up Jack Long. 50 out. Feeds handball back to Jack Land. Oh, he went without it, the big boy. And the Wanderers good enough to clean up. Looks like it's coming back. Big Brandon Grenfell. He's got Lant back on again. He's had about 5 possessions in about as many seconds. Goes off the right. That's a nice chiseling kick to Rioli. Got held on to. Umpire says play on. And Motlop just sits on him and will have a ball up right in front of the St. Mary's goals.
Once again, all Saints attacking forward 50. Wanderers can get a bit organised here, maybe goal side. Might see something on.
Ruck contest now. Ball spills out to Robinson. The high up and under. Wrestle in the goal square. Good mark taken. That was courageous. Stanley Tipalora, well done. That's not easy. Ooh. And the chip kick. Jeez. The target was Sebastian Priest. Lockie Taylor was up for it. And if you don't think he's quick, just have a look at that interception. Straight in there, sliding in, takes the mark. He would love to go back and slot this.
Yeah, you're right. There's not much of him, but he makes up for the lack of size. His speed is exceptional.
So he'll kick from about 40. He's had a good afternoon. That will not cap it off. So another behind on the scoreboard for St. Mary's. They move on to 7-9. 51 place, 3-1-19, 13 gone in this second quarter.
Motlop with the kicking out duties. Front to target in Newman. Looks to move it quickly. McFarlane at half back now. A bit of an up and under. Raph Clark sits under it, takes a good mark. Didn't really know what was around him. Good enough to hold on to it. Comes out wide. Has Wilkinson. Lands. Has Cheek on over the top, ignores that, kicks in the long direction and reaching over the top. Well, not the mark, long around the corner, and he drills his second. And well done to Jacob Long to extend that St. Mary's lead again.
Well, he might have missed the one from the boundary, but he made sure of that one. He picked it up, snapped it right through, straight through the big sticks. Nice lead up there. Once again, even Raph Clark there, he had all the time in the world to pick someone to kick to. There's no pressure at all on the mark. And then a deep inside 50 here. Almost grabbing the mark, the Wanderers player, but Jacob Long good enough to keep his feet and then finds it at ground level to then snap through for a goal.
Second time this afternoon that David Cruz has dropped a mark. That's led to
really
a goal.
Crucial times.
He's a good player, David Cruz. So let's hope he is able to pick that up here for the Eagles. He's a very, very good running defender.
What's happened here? I think there might be a warning.
We've had young Totham was lining up in the forward line and he's come back out to the wing. So the old-fashioned warning taking place, Dom.
Back up in the middle, Liam Patrick high, wins it down. Jerome Motlop just goes to the soccer if you don't mind. Josh Cabillo hard at it. Bates couldn't take it. Raph Clark crashing through. Josh Cabillo takes it, gets a handball away. Footy taken by Deacon Braun. The high up and under. Eddie underneath it. Wilkinson got a touch on it. And Jellyman Turner, is he taken over? In fact, it was Liam Taylor. No, he's not. But the ball is.
That's young Will Hams, ex-Essendon player.
There you go, Will Hams with the bright red boots on. So boundary throw in deep in this right forward pocket. 15 minutes gone in the second quarter. 57 plays 19. Saints in the lead. Good boundary throw in. No one really went for it. Cabillo, Lant. Through strongly there. The green and gold. Parides hard at it. Great pick up. Handball out to Cheek.
Yeah.
Spotted up Liam Taylor. Long kick down the line. Saints hard at it. Jacob Long will be first there. Well shepherded by Robinson initially. Bit of space cleared. Handball on the up to Jacob Long. Doesn't take the footy. A little bit of holding going on there. Not called. Wanderers a bit stiff perhaps. Dre Thompson now to come through. Good play. Well done. Steadies himself and gets the footy to a teammate. Mark dropped when it shouldn't have been. Comes out to Armat. Spots a teammate in Parides but kicked a little bit too far. Footy's gone to Keenan Smith-Thompson.
So Keenan Smith-Thompson comes to the outer side wing. Finds Totham. Goes with the handball to McFarlane. He might get it back. Totham ignores that. Sells a bit of candy. Does well. Gets back on that right foot. And a nice flying mark to Brett Eddy. And in a 2-on-1 situation, Eddie come out on top.
Strong in the air, Eddie. Really strong. fantastic forward target to kick to. Now, I don't want to put pressure on here, but the Wanderers, they have to kick a goal in the next couple of minutes because this is going to be a blowout otherwise.
Well, you can write that goal off if it's on the way here. Commentator's curse.
Sorry, but it's the truth.
Brett Eddy will be watching this back and say thanks very much. Brett Eddy puts it on the right.
Hey.
And I don't know why you doubted him.
There you go, never doubted him. Never, absolutely never doubted him.
Wanderers get a much-needed goal here in the St Mary's 8-9-57. The Wanderers 4-1-25. We've gone 17 minutes in the second.
Might just spark something here from Wanderers. They really needed a settler, and I think Eddie's the man. He's certainly strong under the footy. Coming through there, he had some decent pressure from behind, still took that grab, but had to seal the deal, and by kicking that goal, just might get them up and about and moving the ball a bit quicker and using their speed and pace.
The little wink there from Brett Eddy. And what about McFarlane? From the moment he got the footy, he knew what he was going to do with it. He knew he was looking for Eddie.
Yeah, he was holding on, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
Space here. Yep.
Quality players. Grenfell takes the footy out of the ruck contest and delivers by hand to Parnell. The barrel straight down to full forward. Jack Long couldn't take the mark. Well done, Brenton Motlop. Got the footy away there to a teammate in Cruz. On the burst now, through the pocket. Stolen by Jack Long. Off to Cheek on the left boot. He's crunched after he has a shot on goal. And it's through for a behind. The pressure's relentless, Heidi, once it gets down there.
Oh, it sure is. Yeah, they're working really hard, Saints. They're getting in the inside 50, but then they're just not letting it out. There's no easy exit.
The Eagles look to bring it out again. Tipalora to Newman. To Dre Thompson. One of the best hairdos in the NTFL, without a doubt. Tries to spot up Liam Patrick. Second grab at it. Gets hold of it. Hams on the mark. McFarlane calling for it. No matter where he is, he wants the footy. Liam Patrick straight down the line. Almost a mark to Grenfell. Off hands. Taylor taken in a tackle. And taken high. Jerome Motlop just going on with it a bit too much there.
That's a big body to be hitting the
little
head area.
Yes. Little greyhound from Geelong. You wouldn't have liked that. Young Taylor puts it on the right. And in the Robinson direction, just out of his hands, he's Dre Thompson with that mop. Again, puts it on the left. Under pressure. And here they go now. And they're on the outside here. Now is McFarlane. Has a bounce. Takes on Parnell. Oh, well done, Parnell. Oh, no, he's given away a free kick for a shove in the back as he kicked it. So
I think he need that. I think it actually came off his knee, that kick.
With
the pressure from Parnell.
So McFarlane, just outside the 50 metre arc. Looks up for the target in Eddie now. That's a beautiful kick. And a bit too easy in the end.
Yeah, he's calling the slow play here. Slow it down, composure. Let's get it to the hot spot or have a crack here. Should be going for goals.
I was watching Brett Eddy there while McFarlane had ball in hand and he was being pushed around by Fiore and then just bang, pushed off him, off he went.
Brett Eddy for goal number 3, if you don't mind. From 48, the kick's beautiful off the boot. And I don't know what you were talking about before, Heidi. It's a pretty good kick.
Commentator's curse. I had full faith in. Under pressure, he's kicking him. No. And you're right, McFarlane is looking for Eddie nearly every time. And I guess Saints probably need to start shutting that down if that's going to be an option moving forward. But if he's good enough to grab him and good enough to find space like that, keep going to him and really settle the ship.
As I said before, I was watching that contest. They were trying to cover him. Just that Eddie's such a quality player, knew exactly what he was doing. McFarlane foxing, looking to the left and then drilling that ball to the right. Outstanding. 20 minutes gone here in this second quarter. 58 plays 31. 2 goals in this quarter to Brett Eddy. Very good full forward. Grenfell taps it down to Edwards. Doesn't take it. McFarlane in hard. Grabs the footy in initially. Now it comes to Grenfell. Slaps it out. Cheek in. Linklater did well to grab the ball as it came out the back. Newman, that must be a free kick. But yet again, a key defender for the Eagles doesn't take a mark when they should have.
Yeah, it's an area of the game that Motlop, their coach, is going to have a look at for sure.
Ball chipped out here to Bates, just grabbed hold. Oh, don't know about that. Gee, that was a mark.
I think
the central umpire's got the call there. That's the right call, surely. That was a mark. He had that before it went over the boundary.
Here's the replay.
Oh, let's see. Gee, I thought Bates had that.
That was clear. That was in.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he clearly had that. Anyway.
Now Bates has given away the free kick for a bit of back chat. Linklater being told to come back.
And there's now a 50.
Oh, geez.
And that was because of Jerome Motlop mouthing off on the boundary line.
Yeah.
So...
Just as they work into the game.
Absolutely. They've done so much to actually work their way in here. They're not out of this game by a long way.
Crowd getting into it as well.
Yeah.
So there's got a bit of emotion in it, but didn't need that. This is really a let-off.
So Riley Linklater just needs to take his time here. This is where good teams punish their opposition. So Riley Linklater, he'll kick from about 40. Kick on its way. Veers in right to left. It's through for a goal. And the players come to him. A genuine sense of excitement there from the Green Machine. And the Wanderers bench need to have a bit of a think about how they're going about this second quarter.
Yeah, discipline for sure. I think you don't want to be giving away frees, and then certainly not a 50 in that situation. You've just kicked a couple of goals against the run of play. You've got some momentum back, and now you've just given an easy goal to Saints.
And good play too, like the way that McFarlane and Brett Eddy are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam Patrick starting to work his way into the game. Josh Cabillo, the forward line, been good. Bates himself has been really good. This game's not over.
Oh, for sure. They're right in the game. Definitely.
So Saints extend that margin back out to 33. Back in the middle. Grenfell, clever tap over the back. Lant, quick kick smothered. Patrick doing some good following up work from his ruck. Lance in about a 1-on-4. It's good enough to get it out though. Jellyman Turner. They're away here. The kick is an absolute rip snorter off the boot. Does it get there? It does. And Josh Cheek kicks a beautiful goal.
Yeah, and we just talked about momentum swings, and Saints have really taken advantage of that momentum swing there through the middle of the park. Here, another fumble, really, from Wanderers. Footy comes out here, and then Cheek, no one near him, kicks it from just outside 50 and drilled it too. It's a great goal.
You couldn't really see it on that replay there, but he had no clear target to go to. Shannon Rioli was being minded quite well. There was no tall target to go to. Open goal square, took the responsibility.
Yep, great option and drilled it.
Well, this midfield contest will be an interesting one. Jerome Motlop back onto the ground. Eddie Simpson in the ruck contest up against Grenfell. Grenfell wins it high up and under. Paredes went for the footy. Now Keenan Smith-Thompson. Long kick inside 50. Almost a mark to Liam Patrick. Raf Clark goes over the footy. Tyler Saunders picks it up. Can he get a handball out? He can. Liam Patrick took it. Ball stolen away now. William Hams, well done. Out to Jellyman Turner. He's done everything this afternoon. Now he adds the Falcon to the list. Little chip out wide goes to Paredes. Paredes steady to Edwards on centre wing. Nice ball up to Ferreira. Does he take the mark near the boundary? He doesn't. Tried to flip it back to Robinson. Dre Thompson did really well. Got the handball out, which was stolen by Cheek. Back to Ferreira. Long kick to a dangerous spot inside 50. No mark taken off hands. The ball goes. Taylor close to the boundary. Over the boundary line. Matthew Motlop was right there to lay the tackle. So a boundary throw in that left forward pocket.
And he's had about 30 touches, Jellyman Turner, and one Falcon, as you put there beautifully.
Just rounding everything out.
Yeah.
Tick them all off.
So deep in attacking. 50 for St Mary's. Ball thrown back in. Grenfell tries to go straight out of the air. Sean Edwards through the legs, if you don't mind. Paredes. Across to Jellyman Turner in space. Puts it on the right now. Gets tackled. The kick. Top of the square action. And that one's punched through for a behind.
And the quick play on here. Out of the goal square. Great
David
option.
Cruz, off he runs. Long kick out towards the wing. Jellyman Turner up against McFarlane. Does the ball stay in? No, it doesn't. And on that play, the halftime siren sounds here at TIO Stadium. St Mary's in the lead by an even 40 points, 10-11-71 to the Eagles, 5-1-31.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Domestic violence is everybody's business.
And it's not just the physical abuse, it's the things we don't see.
It is hurting our families. It is killing our families.
A lot of people have been silent to this fact, and I think it's about time we all speak up together and say no more to this form of abuse.
No more.
No more. No more family violence.
No more to the family violence.
No more. No more.
No more.
Listen up, kids.
Make school your story.
Help you succeed and rise to glory.
Take the go to school.
So go the distance. Attend every day. Learn and listen. School holiday rocking with love or break.
Time with friends and family is always right.
But when it's time for school, don't get slack.
It's safe to go to school, can't wait to get back. So don't cut corners.
Do the full term. It's safe to go to school and it's time to learn. So don't cut corners. Do the full term. Make school your story and it's time to learn.
School returns February 2021. Written and authorised by the Northern Territory Government.
Time to escape, cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
On Territory roads, anything can happen. So you need to drive to the conditions. Speeding can get you into all sorts of trouble. Dirt roads aren't just dusty. When it's hard to see, they're dangerous. At water crossings, remember, you're driving a motor car, not a boat. High water can be deep trouble. All sorts of animals can be on the road, so watch out. And if the weather is bad, slow down, you mob. Drive to the conditions and arrive in good condition.
The time to kickstart your business is now. Get your message across with the experienced local TV production team at Kick Digital. Cost effective, rapid turnaround, exceptional service. Kick Digital. Television production energised.
CFS Schoolwear is the perfect choice for quality custom-made school uniforms. Ideal for all school-related activities. 50 or 500 students, we have what you need. Contact CFS Gear for your free CFS Schoolwear quote today.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
I like being outdoors. It just makes me happy.
I don't like it when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
We're just kids.
We're just here to have fun.
Let us do what we love.
Just let kids be kids.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
The NTFL clubs and umpires would like to share the following events and messages and thank their sponsors for the 2021 TIO NTFL season. For more information, please visit the relevant club or umpire's Facebook page.
Thanks very much, Navanka. Looking forward very much to the second half here this afternoon. Nick O'Reilly, Heidi Thompson and Dominic McCormack with you wherever you may be watching this game from. The umpires just getting themselves set here. Saints, of course, with a 40-point lead here. I must admit, I'm really surprised that that's the case.
Me too, absolutely. It was not the scoreline I was expecting at halftime, that's for sure.
No. Third quarter about to get started. Grenfell lining up against Liam Patrick. There he goes, leaping high. Grenfell with the first touch. High tackle laid. Could be an argument that Josh Cubillo clearly ducked into that. The umpire saying nope. So Grenfell on the mark. Cubillo, the extractor. Straight down the line. Eddie, there he is. What a player he's already been. He's kicked 3 goals this afternoon. He's the major goal scorer on the ground. 1 in the first and 2 in the second.
It's had a lot of impact, Eddie, and he's the go-to man for Wanderers at the moment.
Josh Cubillo just waited there for him to offer, and offer he did. Right in the central corridor here, Brett Eddie, the man with the number 33 on the back, jogs in. Will kick from 52 metres out. It's off the side of the boot to the right. And first score for the afternoon, for the third quarter, I should say, is a minor.
So Will Hams doing the kicking in, looks for Raf Clark. The 2-on-1, he's good enough to hold it. No, umpire says play on. McFarlane gets a handball away. They're away here, the Wanderers. The kick, it's off the side of the boot. And that was Braun doing the damage there.
Yeah, I think Clark thought he had it, but spilled out. He was claiming it, but didn't have it in his hands.
So Will Hams is doing a bit of work over the fence. Goes across the face. It's a clever kick. They're away. Jellyman Turner to Saunders. Been a bit quiet today, Saunders. Goes the other side, and he's turned this one over. Disappointing kick there from Tyler. So the Wanderers look to reload. Back inside, attacking 50. It's a high up and under kick. Saunders stands underneath it. Can't quite get hands to it. Hams quickly out of the pack. Banana style. Liam Patrick does extremely well. Volleyball style. Taylor paddles it out. Raf Clark. Oh, does well, the old man. It's a handball over the top to Grenfell. He's going to get it back here, Clark. The old 1-2. Oh, you're in trouble, Big Raf. Lockie Taylor gets wrapped up in the tackle. And we'll have a ball up. Left half forward there for the Wanderers.
Needed a bit more talk around the ball there. Let him know. Get rid of it. Took too long.
More intent already from the Eagles. Josh Cubillo in the ruck contest against Grenfell. They work the ball forward. Aaron Motlop off the ground. Clean bowls Liam Fiore. Eddie picks up well. Shrugs the tackle. Is that dropping the ball? No, it's not. Fiore came through hard again. So too Deacon Braun. Gets the footy out. Tyler Saunders in good posse. Out to Dylan Land. The Outriders. And a good kick up to Sean Edwards. Stanley Tipalora. He came from 30 metres away on the charge and spoiled that mark. Well done.
More intent and urgency in the Wanderers setup here. Good to see Tipalura in them with their spoil.
So ball thrown back in. Grenfell flicks it over the back. Motlop in a bit of space. It's mowed down pretty quick though. Nice tackle there from Lant. Jellyman Turner again. Just puts this out the centre wing and over the line. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
Happy with the pressure. Wanderers are starting to pile on Saints, and they're getting a bit more reward for effort here.
It's the water carrier.
What's happening here?
In the grandstand trying to fetch that ball, of course, as you heard earlier. Umpires can't go around the fence. So ball thrown back in. Grenfell again. Plant, that's out of bounds on the full. And the Wanderers will look to reload.
Once again, having to get the ball back from the grandstand.
Fourth row action there.
Yeah.
For Totham.
Some active movement in the middle of the park with McFarlane. I think they're going to go down the line here.
That they will. Josh Cubillo, here he is. He started it at the beginning of this third quarter. Long kick now. Down towards half forward. Raf Clark belts it away, and they'll redo the boundary throw in as they did only moments ago in that same position. 4 minutes gone here. 71 plays 32. Only Wanderers have been forward of centre, to be fair, Heidi.
Yeah, for sure. Great start in the third quarter for Wanderers.
Liam Taylor just can't pick up the footy cleanly there. Cabillo in hard. Tyler Saunders did exactly the same. Up towards half forward. Robinson, nice hands to Paredes. The little dinky kick up towards Braxton Armat. Front and centre was Jacob Long. Can he pick it up cleanly? He can. Just drags along his opponent. Little kick is a good one. Paredes picks it up, is tackled. Dropping the ball, not called. Matthew Motlop did really well, scooting through to pick up the footy, handballed clear. And of course over the line for a behind. Brenton Motlop to bring the footy back into play.
Quick play on here.
So Motlop to left half back. Edwards with the spoil. The little flick over the back to Taylor. Taylor on all fours. In a bit of a tussle there on the deck. Edwards off the deck. Falcon Central here today. Beautiful tackle from Edwards, and he's won the free kick. And he pinged Keenan Smith-Thompson. So Edwards looks to move it quickly. He's got Grenfellow in the middle. Fly from the back, front and centre. Land on the left, around the corner. Is through for a behind.
Perfectly positioned for the front and centre there. On the lead, on the burst with a bit of speed, but just couldn't finish off on the left.
Matthew Motlop brings the ball back into play. Goes to the go-to man in McFarlane. In hot pursuit, though, Shannon Rioli. Well played. Got it to Jellyman Turner. Rioli there to back up. Does beautifully. 3 on to 2, and the 2 win out. The long kick on goal is off target. Interesting, isn't it, Heidi? Wanderers have had their 1 kick on goal, and in an instant, Saints have now had 3 shots on goal.
Yeah, but they haven't managed to get that through for a goal, which is something they'll need to fix up.
Jellyman Turner flying high there. Couldn't quite pull it in. Sat on McFarlane's head. He's just taking a bit of time to get back up off the deck.
Yeah, he's a bit ginger.
Looks like he copped a knee right in the back of the scone. So ball thrown back in. Left half forward for the Saints. Nice body work there from Grenfold. Beautiful handball. Jellyman Turner, banana style. Now it's Dylan Lant. And he's drilled an absolute ripper. And that's goal number 2 for that man. And just when you think Wanderers are about to get a run on, St Mary's get a goal.
Yeah, and they had all the play there in the last couple of minutes. So certainly just they needed a goal, or they deserved a goal. And Dylan Lant got the handball here. Really loopy handball. Got it in and quick on the boot. Beautiful.
Jack Lamb seeking the handball on the side there. No, he was looking for the handball.
Right.
No, I'll just go with the outside of the boot. It's okay.
A brotherly headlock coming up later. Over at the Saints club rooms.
Indeed. 7 minutes in, and all of a sudden it's 4 scoring shots to 1 for this quarter. The pressure initially from Wanderers was very good. Can they keep it going? Sebastian Priest up high, beaten for it by Grenfell. Paredes somehow opened up space. Here we go. The soccer's begun again. Jack Lant paddling the footy in front of himself, picks it up nicely, clears a bit of space, finds Sean Edwards. Speaking of space, there's the big man in Grenfell. Well done, Dre Thompson. The spoil was good. Paredes was hard at it. So too Cruz needs to pick it up and get rid of it. He does. Close to the boundary line, Newman taken down in a good tackle by Josh Cheek. The resultant kick out of bounds on the full.
They still need to be cleaner, Wanderers. They're still too fumbly for my liking, and that's why it's giving Saints time and space, and that kick out of bounds on the full gives Saints another opportunity to drill it into their forward line.
Sean Edwards 70 metres around from the goal, just a high up and under in the Grenfold direction. Stand at the front of the pack. Robinson there for St Mary's. Ball's on the deck. Robinson piles on in. Umpire circling. And he says, my ball, lads. I'll ball this up.
Gee, very unfortunate. Cruz just literally cruising away on the side of the pack there with the footy.
So ball thrown back up. Grenfell wins that one down to Cheek. Totham. Cruz over the top. And Dill Lant winds around on the left, has Tyler Saunders on. Could have played on. Decided to go back.
Lant.
He had Ruff Clark.
Lant is
He had Ruff Clark running past him, but he chose to ignore that. And umpires picked out a free kick. He is going the way of St Mary's. It was a non-officiating umpire. And it looks like Riley Linklater will go back and have a set shot from about 35 out on the slide angle. So Riley Linklater has 1 to his name. Looking to make it number 2. The kick's pretty good. And he gets his second. And St Mary's extend the lead again, 12-14-86. The Wanderers 5-2-32. We've gone just under 10 minutes here in the third quarter.
Perfect finish there. Tyler Saunders kicks a footy, and I missed this free as to what exactly happened here. Head over the ball and just a little bit high, was it? Ball high
in the back, I think, was
in the back. Okay.
Yep. Again, another opportunity to take a mark, Heidi. Clear opportunity and just missed.
Got to be cleaner. Key defenders, they can't make those sort of mistakes. Saints are going to make you pay.
10 minutes down in this third quarter. Jack Lant there on the bench with a bit of fan action happening, and nice warm afternoon. No rain so far this afternoon here at TIO Stadium. Braxton Armat up high. Beaten for it though by Sebastian Priest, who did well. Jack Long tried to get the footy away and couldn't. Deacon Braun in hard. Tackle without the footy. Braxton Armat in over the top, and the umpire says, I will have it. Jerome Motlop gets up from the bottom of that pack. Worked hard there. Umpire setting things up. Sebastian Priest again in hard. Kick away from Keenan Smith-Thompson. Didn't go any great distance. Jellyman Turner with a quick kick taken away by Totham. Up towards half-back mark. Dropped by Kieran Parnelly. Wouldn't be happy with that. Handball swept out the back. Hams on the left boot. Out to a fellow left-footer in Dylan Lant. Robinson on the lead. Cheek in good position up the ground. He goes further afield to Sean Edwards. What a pass onto the chest of Sean Edwards. And as a leading forward, don't you love that?
Yeah, great intent there and leading up the ground. And that sort of kick in is just perfect. You don't want it too high on a player like Shawnee Edwards playing on quickly here off the mark.
Kick is off the side. He will not be happy with that. Jacob Long trying to get a fingernail to it. Couldn't get there. And Sean Edwards just...
I'd have a little bit of cramp here.
Ooh. Checking the calf muscle. Ball over the fence again.
Just quickly, while it is over the fence, we've got some special viewers down south in Kew watching this game. 3-time Brisbane Premiership player Chris Johnson, 3-time Richmond AFL Premiership coach Xavier Clark, and urban legend Sam Keenan down there in Kew watching the footy. Kick up to left half back. Taylor can't drag it in.
It's got to be out on the full.
Clive Bates has kicked that one out on the full. Throw it in.
How? Oh, the crowd isn't happy. Looked like it clearly came off Bates' boot then.
And it did. Ball thrown back in. Braxton Armat, Liam Patrick do battle. Braxton Armat does well. Down to Lockie Taylor. It's a shove in the back from Liam Patrick. And we'll have another boundary throw in.
You talked about the weather, Dom, and I think the dry conditions I thought would have suited Wanderers, being that they're quick and they like space and run and carry, but it seems to be Saints who are really taking advantage.
It does indeed. Braxton Armat taking advantage there again, winning that. Good tackle placed on Tyler Saunders by Jerome Motlop. Stanley Tipalora was courageous over the footy. In hard against Saints. The ball chipped out to Jack Long. Couldn't do much with it. Off the boot there of Motlop. Out wide here to Totham. Lockie Taylor running for it, but Totham takes it. Taking a tackle. No, he isn't. Well done, Marcus Totham. Brilliant play. Up towards the big man and Eddie Simpson. Just got a fingernail to it. Hams now with the rebound after the Wanderers half forwards just couldn't control the footy. Lockie Taylor, not a great kick. Jacob Long working hard for it. So too Matthew Motlop in there. Dylan Lant tried to get it out the back, and he'll take a tackle high here and get the free kick.
Oh, they're just having a little hug.
Jacob Long and Aaron Motlop just getting to know each other a little better there.
Hugging it out.
Dylan Lant here at half forward now. What can he do with the footy? Normally uses it very nicely. Now, down towards the target in Sean Edwards. In a wrestle there with Brenton Motlop, who takes the footy over the boundary line for a throw-in. Saints mixing it up here. Jack Long, unusually, normally a key defender, played mid-forward here this afternoon. Sebastian Priest may have a bit of a problem there on the boundary.
Doesn't look good. Boundary throw in. Fiora wins this one down in the Edwards direction, just goes off the deck. Wanderers looking to clean that one off. Nice mark from Will Hams, ex-Essendon AFL player. Gets it on the left. That's a beautiful kick in the Jacob Long direction. Just couldn't quite drag it in, and that one's gone over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Yeah, deep inside 50 here in the far pocket. Let's see, we've got a couple of players out the back here free for Saints.
One of them being Jack Long, Fiora, wins that one down. Oh, big collision down there. Quick around the corner on the right. It's Lant. And extend that St. Mary's lead again. Here's it sounds like the St. Mary's crowd's fallen asleep as Jack Lant gets his second.
Yeah, it kind of came from nothing there, just straight out the back of the boundary throw-in. And Jack Lant came through and quickly put on his boot and finished. And now this is starting to become a bit of a blowout here with St. Mary's 92, Wanderers 32. Yeah, in a really good position there. Lant. You can see a Wanderers player free in the goal square, which is great, having a little bit of a goalkeeper, but how about manning up and pairing up at the contest? That's probably more important and crucial in that situation.
So Fiore now taking the ruck contest, unusual. Saints trying a few things this afternoon. Fiore beating Liam Patrick on that occasion. Ball comes down to Aaron Motlop, who promptly kicked Jack Lant in the head. That rebound has reached half forward. Ferreira fighting hard for Tottenham. Takes the footy, gets it to Jerome Motlop. Second crack at it, couldn't pick it up. Using his body nicely, there was Keenan Smith-Thompson. Jerome Motlop has just steamrolled Lockie Taylor. Don't think that's quite within the rules. Dre Thompson in hard.
Oh, he's on
Here
mission,
he goes again, and he's just gone
knee.
straight into Lockie Taylor's knee there. He's looking to claim a victim here is Jerome Motlop. There's no doubt about that. And he's just got one here in Lockie Taylor.
Very dangerous.
That should be a free kick. That's clearly sliding below the knees.
I don't know how the central umpires missed that.
That's how you do ACLs.
Yep.
Dre Thompson now. Long ball from half back up towards half forward. Saints contest. Off the hands. Bates had one crack at it. Can he pick it up? He can. And the umpire says there's a free kick back here for a push in the back. He'll go to Simon Bates. Been a good player for the Eagles. Saints up and about in defence. Tyler Saunders, good lateral handball here, goes to Hams. Looks like he's got a whole lot of time. Spots up a teammate in Liam Taylor. The 1-2 to Jellyman Turner. Long kick down to Grenfell. Dre Thompson needed to have a crack at that. Grenfell, nice long kick down towards Robinson. Can he take it? He can.
Yeah, that's too easy.
Kick was placed beautifully though, wasn't it, Heidi?
Yeah, and he just waited it, didn't he? He didn't try and do a punchy kick. That was that Lupia kicking to advantage. And it was perfect body work there.
David Cruz is a good defender, so Robinson did well just to position himself nicely and take the footy.
Yeah, and just protected the drop zone. Knew where the footy was going to land, protected that area, and then came through and took the mark, diving mark.
So right forward pocket. He'll kick from about 35 metres out. Kick on the way. He drills hard at it, but can't add to his tally of 2 goals, which were both kicked in the first quarter. Justin Robinson. It's been an effective forward down there this afternoon, Heidi.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Shawnee Edwards on the screen here getting a bit of a rub. I think he grabbed at that calf after that kick that went across the face of goal. So hopefully he's all good. Some running maintenance work.
O'Dane McFarlane looks to push it on. Cabillo back to McFarlane. Beautiful kick. Good user of the ball on Brody Newman. Wheels around, heads into the centre of the ground. He's got the player on. They might get opened up here. Motlop into space. He's running for it. Won't quite get there. Eddie. No, it wasn't Eddie. Sorry, that was Simpson. Motlop over the top to Bates. This is great movement here from the Wanderers. Quick kick in the Eddie direction. Wilkinson does well enough to beat him over the line, get that one dead, and we'll have a boundary throw-in. Deep in attacking 50.
Wilkinson all over him there, and needed to be, because Eddie is very, very dangerous.
He might be a big man, but he's quick as well, isn't he, Heidi?
Yeah, he's mobile, for sure. He's athletic. He's got some good size about him, too. Really tough to defend.
So ball thrown back in. Simpson doesn't quite get there. Motlop. Quick, fresh airy. Hams, Wilkinson, another fresh airy. It's fresh air central. Wilkinson's given away a free kick here. I can't quite see who that's going to.
Yeah, it's going to go to his immediate opponent, Brett Eddie.
Yeah, see, he's wearing him like a glove, wearing him a bit too much.
And when you've got a player like that you've got to defend, you have to almost try different things, and maybe Wilkinson tried something there, but obviously the umpire saw it a different way.
Brett Eddie will kick from just inside 50. Kick on the way, looks right. through behind. So St Mary's 13-15-93 to Wanderers 5-3-33. We've gone just under 20 minutes here in the third quarter.
Lant bringing the footy back into play, goes towards Wilkinson, comes off hands. Dre Thompson and Kieran Parnell in the action. They push the ball over the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
Foot race was on. Luckily for Wanderers, Kieran Parnell didn't get that footy because there was actually a 2-on-1 situation there. Went over the boundary line.
Mind you, with the speed of Dre Thompson,
you reckon he's going to mow him down? Okay.
He is a classic. Boundary throw in's a good one. Wins to the back. Handball off to Paredes. Now away to Jack Lant. On the right boot, pops it up again. Robinson in good position here against Totham. Couldn't take the mark. Well done from Totham to defend it. Now Cheek to offer some help. The underground handball looking for Jack Lant. Matthew Motlop body lined that beautifully and saw that over the boundary line. Again, a boundary throw in. Saints just muscling the footy around here. Worked it all the way here from fullback down to deep in that left forward pocket.
Yeah, some Wanderers players looking a bit fatigued and tired here. See if they can run this quarter out.
Ball thrown back in. Grenfell flicks it over the back. It's a good flick too. Parnell gets wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire says play on. Jack Long uses his body well. It's bouncing around everywhere. Jack Long on the left, around the corner, and the big rig kicks his first. Well done, Jack Long.
It was brewing, wasn't it? There was something through that passage of play that was leading up into it, and then you could just see with the numbers that they had around the contest, when we see the replay here, you'll see that there are actually 3 St Mary's players after Kieran Parnell loses possession here. And there's 3 out the back on the side there. Could have even gone over the top with the handball, but decided to go himself there. Long, and he's pretty happy about it. So he should be. That was a great goal.
The king of whizzies gets a good goal.
Yeah, been a long time coming too. Jack Long hasn't played at this Premier League level for some time now, so Saints have been welcoming him back with open arms. Good to see him just playing footy. Sebastian Priest in the ruck contest against Fiore. They win the ball down to Paredes. On the side of his body, he got a kick away, but Wanderers now up towards a half forward. Dylan Lant in hard again. Wanderers by hand up to Jerome Motlop. That's a good kick out in front of Brett Eddy. That's useful. On the speed, on the turn. Little handball out to Matthew Motlop. Good kick on the left foot. Gives his teammates a chance. Tyler Saunders thumps that one away. Eddie Simpson there. Tyler Saunders back into the contest. Handball into the goal square. Raph Clark up to Wilkinson. Can he get it up? He can. Jellyman Turner not even willing to concede a behind here. And the outriders are out. Out to Kieran Parnell, who takes the mark all by himself. Still inside defensive 50. Jellyman Turner took the mark. Went by hand to Dylan Lant. He goes with the right boot, which is unusual. Fiore just crashes in. Aaron Motlop protects the footy. Well done. Tried to get it up to McFarlane. Towed through by Totham, who's had a good quarter. Handball out to Josh Cabillo. Strong over the footy. Gets it to Sebastian Priest. 2 tackles taken. Gets it to Totham. Motlop back to McFarlane. McFarlane just a calm, steady player. Well done. Look at that. What a kick. And finds Marcus Totham on centre wing. Sebastian Priest on the run. Long ball down towards Eddie. Play on was the call. Wilkinson got a touch on it. The umpire called. So it's going to be a boundary throw in that left forward pocket.
Thought he marked that then. Thought, how did he work that magic? Can I just say, Jellyman Turner, his work rate is outstanding. The fact that he can work, he was right deep in the 50 then. He came all the way up the ground and impacted the play.
So the 3/4 time siren sounds here as we just watch the replay of that marking contest. Brett Eddy thought that he had it and looks up in disbelief to the umpire. Doesn't matter. 3/4 time here, St Mary's in the lead. 14-15-99, leading Wanderers by 66 points, 5-3-33.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians. Head on in to Kazali's Palmerston Club. Business meetings, coffee breaks, or just unwinding. Kazali's has you covered. It's the perfect spot for a catch-up with friends, with stylish function areas suitable for any occasion. Sensational meals. Our family-friendly bistro has plenty of delicious options. All the latest machines in our modern gaming room. Get around the pool tables and prove your skills. Fancy a flutter? We've got full betting facilities available. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
So we can feel forever, yeah, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me down. Time to escape, 'cause I'm in need of warmer weather. Sail upon the stream to find there's someplace better. And I'm going far and wide.
Great Northern Brewing Co. The beer from up here.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice, still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
AFL Northern Territory would like to remind spectators that congregating at the team huddles is not permitted during the breaks.
Fourth quarter action soon to get underway here at TIO Stadium. Wanderers receiving their final instructions here from coach Shannon Motlop, getting them all in their huddle there. They trail by 66 points. They only trail by 10 at quarter time, 40 at half time, and now three-quarter time, 66 points. Again, I have to say, Heidi, I'm really surprised that is the margin. Is it a lack of intent? Is it not taking this game seriously? Or are Saints really that much better than Wanderers? I don't think they are. But
I think there's a combination. We just spoke off air about some key players missing from Wanderers, and they'll probably add some energy next week. But I just think that Saints are far more organised. They're relentless with their pressure. They want it a little bit more. I think that Wanderers have an opportunity to use their speed and be a little bit more organised and disciplined, but they just haven't done it today for whatever reason.
29 scoring shots to 8. That sort of tells a story, doesn't it? Imagine if Saints could kick straight.
Yeah, it would be an absolute smoking.
It's quite amazing. Saints did the same, of course, last week against the Tiwi Bombers, and the score, I can't remember precisely, but 26-25 or something like that. So they're certainly creating multiple scoring opportunities.
Yeah, but come finals time, I'm sure that the coaching staff will want to make sure that they kick straight.
Indeed. So not too far away here, the umpires, as they always do in modern football, checking the 666. Is everybody in a correct position? all inside attacking 50, all inside defensive 50, and then in the midfield. Grenfell lining up in the middle against Liam Patrick. Have not seen the best of Liam Patrick here this afternoon, although he is a wonderful player. Jerome Motlop lining up on Paredes. Grenfell goes high. Paredes with first touch. Tackled by Jerome Motlop. Back in goes Paredes. Loses the footy again. Ball comes to Jerome Motlop. Jack Lant paddles it sideways. Keenan Smith-Thompson with the first kick out. Ball comes to Hams, who's really played a key part in this second half of the game. Little chip out to Jellyman Turner. Been a very good player. Tyler Saunders. Long kick. Almost a good mark there to Newman. Recovered well. High up and under. Grenfell sits underneath it. Takes the mark on the chest. Plays on immediately. Great kick. What a wonderful kick. Is this man a ruckman? Someone remind me.
I tell you what, he's like, Jellyman Turner's had an absolute cracker, but so has Grenfell. He's been outstanding today, and that he's like having an extra midfielder when
Heidi,
he goes into the ruck.
As Nick just said, that kick.
Yeah, just technically
just a beauty.
Perfect, and for a ruckman, you don't see it very often. It's a luxury for Saints, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Sean Edwards here. He's had a good game. Has an opportunity to line up. Setting up here. Brodie Newman was the only one who was set for that. He takes the mark really nicely. The St Mary's forwards expected that to go through one way or the other. Newman kept his eye on the footy. Good mark deep in defence for the Wanderers' big man.
So the kick just pops over the top. Nice little control kick over to McFarlane. Looks to move it quickly. And it's a dangerous kick. And it's going to pop over the back now. Paredes. It's time and space. You can't give that man any of that. Motlop just overruns it. Spills out the back. It's Edwards. Can't quite pull the ball in. McFarlane. It's a nice control kick. He'll get it back here in the old-fashioned 1-2. Sells a bit of candy. Grenfell wasn't falling for it. Drags him in. Puts pressure on the kicker. Will Hams nearly went off the mark. Goes out wide. So Jellyman Turner kicks a pretty good one. Robinson just can't quite get there in the nick of time. That's a nice kick to McFarlane. There's players on inboard. Motlop. Kick in front of Totham. Plays on. Shannon Rioli in pursuit. Risky kick inboard. Raf Clark chops that one off as he's done a few times today. Raf's had a good game. Quick handball out the back to Cheek. Kick in the Jacob Long direction. Motlop there. Punches that one over the line and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Once again, it's another start of a quarter and Saints have got all of the forward entries and all of the attacking play so far.
Ruckman setting themselves. Liam Patrick up against Grenfell. Patrick did really well, worked himself in front. Little push up there, found Totham. Totham's kick not as good as it could have been. Quick hands there from Cheek. Off to Lant, needs to be quick again. Here goes to Wilkinson, he's hot. You can hear the call. Handball untidy. Stanley Tipalora went the tackle, and that was extremely untidy from Stanley Tipalora. So Josh Cheek to come back and take the free kick here on centre wing. Ball in the hands of Kieran Parnell there.
Some frustrations showing here with Wanderers. Just need to have a little bit more discipline around the ball.
Cheek. Long ball. Brenton Motlop underneath that. Spills there to Liam Patrick. Tackle put him off his kick. Well done there to Brenton Motlop to come through and put in the spoil. Long kick from Braun down towards Wilkinson. On the chase is Simpson.
Handball to himself.
Professionally done there by Wilkinson.
Heard the crowd having a bit of a bubble bath there at him, at his expense. I thought he did well. Disguised it well, got it over the line. And killed it right here on centre wing, right in front of the commentary box. So, ball thrown back in. Grenfell and Patrick do battle again. Patrick does well again. Paredes gets a nice handball up to Lant. Gets it back now. Up and under handball. Oh. Nice crunch over the top there. Oh, yeah, here comes his frustration. And it's Tipalura giving away the free kick to Jellyman Turner, who, of course, has had a million possessions. I'd love to see his tally at the end of this game. Dre Thompson gets a punch on. Lant again over the top. Robinson in a bit of space. Good enough to get the handball away to Long. Back to Robinson. Goes to Paredes. Paredes on the inside. It's going to work out though. Rioli gets into space. Goes with the handball. Lant through his legs. Cue the Benny Hill music here. It's all happening. Lant again. Trying to win this one out. So Rioli. Back to Grenfell on the right around the corner. Beautiful kick from the big man.
We've spoken about the big man.
And that's goal number 2 for him.
Goal number 2 for Grenfell. Really valuable asset for St Mary's to have a big man like that who can just chuck it on the boot and kick a goal from about 50 out.
See Shannon Rioli coming off there. Heidi, a few efforts there from him.
Yeah, he's done a ton of work today. Like you say, he's had impact when he's had the ball in hand. He's had some impact there. Gets it cleanly. Quick hand pass out. And it's just a one-step kick from Grenfell.
Powerful effort from the big man. He was the only one who put it on the boot and said, I'll kick it.
Yeah, took ownership and had a crack. Yeah, you saw Rioli earlier actually in that piece where he shaped a kick and then handballed over.
So Grenfell again now in the middle. Clean bowl there. Lant putting on a tackle, taking possession, got it to Cheek, back to Lant. Very much like McFarlane, just keeps on running. Out wide here to Liam Taylor. Chellyman Turner, another all-day runner. Cracked after he disposed of the footy by Sebastian Priest. No issue there between those two players.
Slapped him on the corner pass.
Yep.
Play on.
So Jellyman Turner now with the free kick here on centre wing. Dylan Lamb still in position. So too Raphael Clark in the middle of the ground. Now goes the long kick, the high up and under. Who's underneath that? Sean Edwards with the fly. Ball goes to the back of the pack. Jack Land in good position. Drills in a pass. Ball clears the pack. Brenton Motlop went with the boot. Will it go over the boundary line? Not over the boundary line yet. Yes, it is. Umpire right there. So a ball in from the right forward pocket.
Interesting tactic there from the defender. Go on the karate kick.
Well, we've seen a bit of that. Today's been the day for it, hasn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
So ball thrown back in, deep in attacking 50. Grenfell over the top in the Lant direction. Bit of holding on going on. Soccer off the ground. That one's going over the line. What's the umpire going to say here? We'll ball it in.
Yeah, so it's a bit stagnant at the moment. The passages of play don't really seem to be flowing as they were in the first 3 quarters.
Boundary throw in now. Sebastian Priest from the back. Has he given away the free? He sure has. Grenfell, the big man, just held his position there. And Sebastian Priest clearly tired.
Lining up for his third here.
So, Brandon Grenfell, there are a number of players that have kicked 2 goals. Brett Eddy is the only one on the ground who has kicked 3. We just see here, around the neck. And clearly a free kick. So, Brandon Grenfell, kick from probably just on the paint of 50. That he does. Kick on the way, starts it right. It's going to hang it right out. Robinson there, couldn't take the grab, follows up. Lant looking for the handball, gets himself in position. Robinson, what will he do with it? He's a little bit confused. That's a beautiful kick. Edwards, and in fact it's Liam Taylor. I looked at the boots. Liam Taylor took the mark beautifully, and Robinson, that's a great kick. He's a right footer. That was a kick on the left.
All the time in the world, though. That Wanderers defender needed to close some space there and corral and get him a bit closer to the boundary line. But they were just right here, left, right, and then works it onto his left, spots up a target.
Well done.
Yeah, great kick.
Great kick indeed. And yet again, Heidi, St Mary's players running into space and inside attacking 50 in the corridor. So Taylor to kick now. Hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon. He has now.
Yeah, slots that one through for Taylor. So St Mary's now are really starting to build on their lead. And they've kicked more goals than behind, so I know that coaching staff will be happy about that. But certainly the amount of kicks they've had today, they probably should be much further ahead than what they are with that margin.
Liam Patrick there. Sorry, Dom Liam Patrick there looking a bit frazzled. Looking up at that scoreboard.
Taking a moment to get a bit of breeze, isn't he, with the large fans on the sideline? Don't blame him.
Hair blowing in the wind. He's got quite the mop. Lightning. The man from Largemanu. Back in the middle. Grenfell winning that one down again. Nice tackle from Cheek, the little ball. Taylor. And so the kick comes up to half forward. Here's Jack Long, stands underneath it. Raph Clark gets into a bit of a trot but goes without it. Tyler Saunders feeds that handball out. So Bates around the corner. Has Motlop in space. Looks to play on. The kick to the top of the square. Well done by Wilkinson. And they get that one over the line and just through for a minor.
A rare inside 50 for Wanderers.
Matt Wilkinson now playing on, kicks it out wide, looking for Liam Taylor, the last goal kicker in the match. Close to the boundary line, just grabs it and boots it up towards Jacob Long. 2 onto 1 and the 2 win out. Drake Thompson, well done. Big kick inside 50, goes to the back again and hams this time. Out to Raph Clark. He's had a very serviceable game. Pops this one up to Ferreira. So Ferreira at half back. Into the middle. Ham stops and props. Tyler Saunders now just working his way into the game. Sells a bit of candy. And from the middle, long bomb. Fiore underneath it, got hands to it. Jacob Long, little scoop. Can he pick it up? He can. Tackle. That's a good tackle.
Oh,
not rewarded.
Not
Brenton Motlop tossed off the ball and finally gets himself a free kick. Thought he should have had one before and he passed it off quickly to McFarlane.
So Grenfell fires out the handball. Jellyman Turner gets dropped after he got rid of it, and the free kick's going to go downfield.
But another skill execution error from Wanderers. Really should have taken that mark there and they would have been on their bike, but slipped through the hands. And now a free's been given to Nate Paredes.
Nate Paredes is just chipping it over the top, easy as you like.
That really happened?
Look at that, bit of a snore fest, actually.
What
Nearly
happened
fell asleep
there?
watching all that.
What happened there?
Unfold.
Jeez.
It was who was kicked that? Fiore. So, well done to St Mary's. They extend that lead again. We could see it get up over 100 height.
Yeah, I think Wanderers are starting to look a little bit down and out here, and effort and intent not there. And we see on the screen Lockie Taylor with the ice on the knee.
And that's really a worry leading into the finals because we've seen today how good he can be when he gets on the outside
dangerous.
on the wing.
Yeah.
His work rate. So, best wishes to that young man. The young greyhound from Geelong. There's not much of him. He's got massive work rate.
12 minutes gone in this last quarter. 117 plays 34. Saints in the lead. Neither ruckman really have an impact there. Jack Lant, well done. Handball away to Grenfell in the clear. Got it to Josh Cheek. Handball to himself. Shannon Rioli trying to make the most of it here. Kept his feet. Josh Cheek got a kick up. Shawnee Edwards with the one hand was being held onto. Newman comes away. Kick out towards Jerome Motlop. Dylan Lant, another one, kept his feet. Oh, now he slips over and Jerome Motlop just slides in and scores himself a try for the afternoon.
He had a cheeky look then. Just put his eyes up thinking about where he was going to next rather than securing the footy.
So a boundary throw in. Half forward here on the Morris Rioli grandstand side. Grenfell the only man to go up for it. Liam Taylor, quick kick away. Cruz, nice little sidestep there. Long bomb. Cheek thumps the footy away over the top of Stanley Tipalora. It'll be a boundary throw in. Centre wing.
Heidi, St Mary's just, there's a lot of great names in this side, but they're just starting to look really polished coming into the finals, aren't they?
They're a very classy outfit, and they've just shown today that they can be a lot more organised than opposition teams and working some of their big men like Grenfell there with their hands out.
Taylor with a quick kick, top of the square sort of set up. Fiora just gets worked out of it, and that one goes over the line for a behind. And what's happening here? Newman's being asked to come back. As the Wanderers fans not really enjoying the work from the umpire on that occasion. But Newman goes to the outer side. Has McFarlane. It's looking to take a bit of a sting out of the game now. All the Wanderers. Kick to half back. Here's Liam Patrick. Scoops it up now. Drops it. Robinson does well. Fires off a nice handball. Jellyman Turner to 50. The kick to the top of the square. Fiore in best position. Use the body well off the deck. Goal. He gets 2 in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that wasn't an easy goal by any stretch of the imagination. That was not a spare player. That was a one-on-one contest and worked the body beautifully for the footy to go over the back and then just socketed it off the ground. And just look at all the time there that the Saints players have. Jellyman Turner again with an assist. Top of the 50. Drills it deep. Tried to go one-handed and then just socketed it off the ground in there for Fiore.
Had to be quick. And he was, and as you said, Heidi, just used the body beautifully. Genuine one-on-one.
Yep.
So the midfield set up here. Braxton Armat taking the place of Grenfell. Liam Taylor in there. Up against Liam Patrick, Jerome Motlop, Aaron Motlop, Matthew Motlop. Ball comes to Matthew Motlop. Well done by Liam Patrick. Now Simon Bates scooting his way through. Gets a kick away. Well done. Crashing the pack, Brett Eddy. Off hands. Tyler Saunders, brave. Deacon Braun pushing the footy forward. Tackled by Matt Wilkinson. And the ball seen over the boundary line. Wow. There were some committed players in a series of contests there, Heidi.
Yep, desperate stuff.
Terrific stuff from both teams. To the right forward pocket now, the players setting themselves. Boundary thrown very shallow. The umpire should call that back, and he does.
I just noticed Grenfell just come off the ground and took the boots off, and he's gone down the race. So hopefully not an injury for him. Maybe he's just having a bit of a spell. As he's walking back out now, he's got no footy boots on, so they might be putting him on ice for the evening. Ball thrown back in. Braxton Armat winning that one down. Eddie around the corner, but it's all Raph Clark. So he comes back across ground, has Jack Long. It's a nice kick. And Lenny Ferreira. Jellyman Turner turns this one on. No, sorry, that was Lance. So the kick's coming back inside, attacking 50. Fly from behind. Unrealistic attempt there. Umpire pulling that one straight up. And the free kick going to Wilkinson. As he has not a lot on. Looks like he'll come long down the line, right in front of the commentary box. Sean Edwards out the back. Has Lant on in the middle and he's away. The kick inside attacking 50 is a beautiful kick under pressure and finds Fiore. And he'll line up for his third.
Yeah, kick to a one-on-one just through the corridor there. That skidding ball was a great option because that just created that angle change and change of lanes, and then we can utilise the one-on-one inside 50. Fiore on a slight angle.
If you're on the 45, we'll kick from about 30 out, 25 out, make that. Nice little approach and straight over the goal umpire's hat, and he gets his third. And St. Mary's extend the lead to 96.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought this at the start of the game, Dom. Shaking
Not at
your
all.
hand
No,
there.
I can't believe it, actually.
I just thought game on all day.
Oh,
game
yeah.
on. It's going to be fantastic.
Second versus third. You know, you want to get the bragging rights, the mental position before next week, and it's I'm stunned really. Fiore's kicked 3 goals in this last quarter.
Yeah.
Joined Brett Eddy.
Yeah. Heidi, what are the Wanderers going into next week? Like, you'd have to be a bit flat, wouldn't you?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. And they look flat right now. They look pretty deflated, but you'd have to just regroup and know that this game's done and dusted. You move into finals.
Ball tossed high. Braxton Armat wins it down. Aaron Motlop takes possession. Nice little handball. Matthew Motlop, can he pick it up? He can. Got it out there to Keelan Fijo. Good entry inside 50. Onto the chest of Brett Eddy. That is what they're capable of. Matt Wilkinson thought that he had him, and then next moment, he didn't.
Eddie going for his 4th, is it? Yep, 4th goal. Really been the lone target there in the forward line.
So Eddie, little twirl of the footy. Normally a really good kick, and Eddie Simpson just stands on the line and claps it through, and just as Fiore reached him with 3 apiece, he's pushed that out to 4. So 1 in the second, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and now his first in this last quarter. Well done.
Umpire didn't even move then. Must have went straight through. Really lovely kick of the footy, and why wouldn't you go to him as your main key target in the forward line? But they need a few more other options leading into finals, because better teams are going to start to shut down players. I know he's a fantastic player and high quality. You become pretty predictable if you're going to go to one player each time into the forward line.
Braxton Armat in the middle now. Of course, Grenfell's put him on the bench, have the rest of the night off. One down there by Priest. Away here, Wanderers. Oh, it's Falcon Central again. Paridi stands under it. The ball pops out now. Nice work from Liam Taylor. Winds around on the right. And Dre Thompson reading that one best. Takes a nice mark. Comes inboard to Aaron Motlop. Plays on now. We've got runners. This is a good build-up from the Wanderers. Eddie again. Just can't pull that one in. Raf Clark. Oh, Raf Clark stitched himself up, the old man. Unbelievable work. And just like that, Wanderers get a goal. All thanks to, one of my good pals, Raf Clark.
Skill execution area there. Just a bit casual.
On your Raf.
A bit casual with the footy in hand then, and it just dropped out straight into the lap of the Wanderers play here. Had to look up, then tried to kick it off the ground.
Yeah. Now, he went the old-fashioned drop kick, and I haven't seen that since about the 80s, I don't reckon. I don't know why he did it, Dom, but he did do it.
Tipalua in support, and a nice easy goal there.
I love the thing about Raf Clark, though, is that immediately that goal was kicked, he just owned up straight away. Up goes the hand. That's all my fault, he says. He's a wonderful player. He is.
He's a great man. Rafa.
So the umpires just settling things down again here. 19-16, 130 St Mary's. Wanderers 7-4-46, 21 gone. Braxton Armat wins the ruck contest. Ball comes to Matthew Motlop. Outside of the right boot is target down there, Deacon Braun. On the chase, Linklater. And the Speedsters see it out of bounds for another boundary throw-in.
Well, it seems that Saints have found their replacement, I guess, for the ruck contest. Moving forward into finals, Grenfell has played a fantastic game today, and they've clearly got some options with Armat as well.
Yep. Yeah, they do.
Really pleasing for Saints.
Braxton Armat was a good player last season. Probably had his place taken by Grenfell this season, but finds himself back in, of course. Lant now. Finds Linklater on the wing. That's a poor kick. Finds McFarlane by turnover for the Eagles. Little chip inboard goes to Bates. Takes the mark and just keeps on going. The speedster. The up and under. Down there looking for Simpson. Could have taken the mark. Missed it. Soccer off the ground is a goal. So a late flurry here. Brett Eddy moves on to 5 goals. He's had a good afternoon. He's tried very hard. And Matt Wilkinson, we talked earlier, didn't we, Heidi, about, Brett Eddie's a good player, you've got to be with him. Well, he has been with him all afternoon, still kicked 5.
Yeah, and I think maybe now in this area of the game, we start to fall away a little bit. So Wilkinson's let him off the leash a bit here. He's come through. And he can do it all. He can kick off the ground as well. Nice boot from outside 50, you can soccer it through. So 5 goals for Eddie. It's a pretty big day for him, but Wanderers really, they need a couple more options in that forward line for sure.
The old Lone Ranger getting it done up forward. Nice tap down there by Priest, but it's all St Mary's. A quick kick. Comes to the left half forward flank. Long kept it in, I would have thought. Umpire was right there on it though. So I'll have a boundary throw up. Left half forward. Attacking side for St Mary's. Ball thrown back in now. No one really going at that one. Long, Priest. Quick kick around the corner is a good one. Motlop plays on. Tyler Saunders running back with the flight. Nice courage shown by that man. Cheek fires at the handball. Jack Long lays the tackle, does well. Jellyman Turner on the right, up to half forward. Shannon Rioli, well done to that man. Had the handball on, ignored Long. Wheels around now, kicks in the Fiore direction. Good hands. And there wasn't a lot that Cruz could do. He extended the Dukes.
Once again, Rioli into the action there. Good body work to get that mark. And then sums up the situation perfectly. Burnt Long, like you said, with the handball.
So for goal number 4, this man, all in the last quarter, of course. Still about 48. The kick is across the face, right on the siren, punch through for a behind. And what a game from St Mary's, Dom.
Well, a terrific game indeed from the Green Machine. And they run away winners 19-17, 131 to Wanderers 8-4, 52.